Friends, would you look at that? Welcome to the Cougar Mountain Zoo, where we bring the zoo to you. Hello everyone, welcome to Cougar Mountain Zoo and another installment of Zoo to You. I'm Sasha.
And I'm Kyla.
And today we're going to be learning all about backyard birding. So come on with us, we're gonna head in and find some birds.
But Sasha, before we do that, I think we need a little wardrobe change.
I think you're right.
Much better.
Very much so. But Kyla, what materials do we need to be successful birders?
Well, Sasha, every birder should have at least 3 key items: a handy pair of binoculars, a birding book, and a positive attitude.
Sure. All right, friends, let's head on to the zoo and find some birds. Kyla, if you want to go to one part, I'll go the other and we'll meet up.
Sounds good.
Great. Go, Kyla, other way, other way.
All right, everyone, it's time to start our birding adventure. First off, we need to pick a location. Depending on the type of species you want to see, you might have to go to different spots. Today, I'm going to be looking in a forest. Next up, we have to think about time of day. So some birds are out early in the morning foraging. Some birds are more nocturnal, so depending on what type of species you want to see, you have to pick a time of day to go out and see them. All right, let's get started.
So the next important thing about being a great birder is listening. Those birds that are flying or hopping around, they're going to be making some sounds. Sometimes it's singing to one another, sometimes it's alarm calling, but it'll be a great way to determine if they're either in the air, the trees, or even the ground. Now, a fun other way to be able to learn more about being a great birder is actually learning each of those birds' sounds. My favorite is the chickadee. And one of the chickadee's sounds is they sound like they're saying, sweet, 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 Canada, Canada, Canada. Or the other great one is cheesy burger. Do you hear that? I hear some birds calling right now.
Another thing you need is patience. It takes a lot of patience to find these birds. And more patience.
Friends, would you look at that? Look at this amazing little treasure we just found. This is an old nest. Now we do suggest though, if you do find a cool nest like this, it's best to keep your distance and use your binoculars to look, just in case there might be some visiting birds that might still want to utilize it at another time. But we do know this one is older, so it was a great time to be able to check it out and learn all about it. Hey Kyla, do you have any luck?
Yeah, I sure did. Why don't you take a look?
Oh yeah.
So I'm not quite sure what it is, but here are a few characteristics that I noticed. The bird was fairly small in body size. It had a small pointed beak and a very prominent red patch on its front. Have any ideas on what it could be?
Not off the top of my head, but those are some really good characteristics. Why don't you take a look at your book?
All right. Let's see here. So at the very front of the book, I've got a key.
Oh.
Based on the characteristics that we mentioned, I think I might have an idea on what it might be. So what I'm seeing here, small body, small beak, red front patch. I think it might be an American robin. What do you think, Sasha?
I think you're right. What a great job.
All right. So Sasha, what are some things we can do at home to be good backyard birders?
Well, that's a great question, Kyla. First off, make sure to grab those materials we talked about at the very beginning of the video. Second, another fun way is to be able to entice those birds to come visit your backyard or your porch. Some materials of those could be natural nesting materials for the birds, or even making some bird feeders to have them come say hi.
Awesome. All right. Well, thanks everyone for joining us. We have some activities that we've provided. Links to those are in the description. Thanks again for joining us and happy birding.